Happy Monday, friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn, and my channel is Dawn Does Keto. This channel is all about my accountability and my personal journey on the ketogenic diet. Thank you all so much for being here. We have a lot to talk about today, so we are just going to jump right in. It is a little after 12. I did have to go over and help with my father-in-law today, and my mother-in-law had some errands to run. She had to go pick up some prescriptions and stuff, so I ended up being there longer than normal. So now I'm trying to get this video done in a rush so that I can get some work in today. On top of everything, it is raining again. It is pouring outside and it is cold. It's like in the 40s, but it's just a cold rain. As I said, it's a little bit after 12, and that means it's time for me to break my fast. The best way I can think of to break my fast is with some raspberry cheesecake keto chow. Guys, I'm super excited. Raspberry cheesecake keto chow is my absolute favorite. If you watched our beef butter bacon and eggs videos back in January, then you know the first thing that I had when we went off of beef butter bacon and eggs in February was a raspberry cheesecake creamy, because that is what I had been wanting more than anything else. Now the bad news is the raspberry cheesecake had been out of stock and we had no idea when it was going to come back in stock, so I have been savoring the ones that I have and saving them. But the good news is it's back. As of when you see this video on Tuesday, it should be available on the Keto Chow website. So if you go in and you order on Keto Chow, please remember to use the link down below. Go through my link. You have to go through the link, and that really helps out my channel. And get your raspberry cheesecake ordered. I have no idea if it's like full on back in stock, if there are limited quantities. They just said that it would be back on the 28th and to share the news. So last night I made up a raspberry cheesecake keto chow with the old formula, and I made up a raspberry cheesecake keto chow with the new formula. And I thought I would break my fast today and try them, because the new formula, if you don't know, is not exactly the same. They were having issues in production, and I don't know all the details. You would have to actually, follow Miriam and Chris over at Keto Chow to find out exactly what happened, but they could not recreate the original raspberry cheesecake taste, so they had to go back to the drawing board and basically start over. So I am curious to see, since this is my favorite flavor, what the difference is. So I'm going to try these for you guys. So first we're going to try the original, and this is the 2.6 version, and I know I'm going to like it because it's my favorite. I mean, it's delicious. What can I say? If you have been waiting for raspberry cheesecake, better get on there and order that. I'm super excited. So this is the 2.7 version. So now that I just tasted that, I want to see if I can taste the difference. Okay, there is a difference. The original, and I'm going to insert the picture here when I was making them last night. You can see that the original is a lot brighter pink than the new version. The original has more of the raspberry flavoring to it. The new one, I'm getting more of a cheesecake flavor, which is not a bad thing because, y'all, cheesecake is my favorite dessert, which is probably why I love the raspberry cheesecake. Yeah, definitely. The raspberry is a little bit more subdued in this one, and you definitely get more of the cheesecake flavor. It is still wonderful. And I almost wonder if you get the new one and you haven't had the old one for a while, if you would even really notice the difference. Obviously, I'm drinking them side by side, so I can tell that there's a little bit of a difference between them, but it is still delicious. Still my favorite flavor. That has not changed at all. So I'm super excited about that. So guys, don't miss out. Get your raspberry cheesecake. It's back in stock. I was thrilled when I found out that it was coming back, because I'm not kidding you. I have like 2 packets left, and I've been like, okay, I'm saving these for a special occasion because I didn't want to use them up because we had no idea when it was coming back. So that is the first thing I wanted to talk about today. The second thing I want to talk about is, we are doing a movement challenge for the month of March. We are trying to walk 50 miles for the month of March. We have 3 more days. We have today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and then I'm leaving to go out of town. So we are about 10 miles short. We're not giving up. We need to walk approximately 3.5 miles a day, and if we can do that, we will still hit our goal. It is pouring out rain today, so tonight might be a mall walking night. I'm not sure. And we just have a lot on our plate, and I have a lot to do to get ready for this weekend, including filming videos and editing, getting food ready, packing. I mean, there's just a ton to do. Our intentions are to complete this challenge for the month of March. So wish us luck. We're doing the best that we can. So speaking of me going out of town this weekend, this is my girls' trip weekend. I am leaving on Thursday morning and we're going to be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. With that, I am probably going to go off plan this weekend. This is a 50th birthday celebration for us. We will be having some adult beverages. We are going to a winery, and at the winery they have, as far as I know, they have pizza and different things like that. There are going to be a lot of snacks, some homemade snacks made by my friends, and my intention is not to stay perfect keto all weekend. Now, do I want to completely go off the rails? No, that is also not my intention. And Mike had said, why don't you just not weigh in on next Monday? And honestly, guys, I just don't want to do that. I started this channel as an accountability channel. And if I start just like saying, oh, well, I just won't weigh in if I do something that's off plan, then I'm not really holding myself accountable. So I'm kind of defeating the purpose. So although I do plan on having some off plan items this weekend, I don't plan on going crazy. And I do plan on facing the scale on Monday, no matter what that says. Now, that being said, it's not really the number on the scale that I'm really worried about for next Monday. What I'm more worried about is going off plan and not feeling good. This is a birthday celebration. I've told you guys before, we are going horseback riding, we are going zip lining and doing some hiking. And I don't want to feel awful. And not having eaten off keto, I am worried how it will affect me. I don't want to spend the whole time in the bathroom. I don't want to have digestive issues, and I definitely don't want to end up with a headache. And for me, that's a big one, because one of the things keto has done for me is taken my headaches from 3 to 4 a week on an average week to maybe 1 or 2 a month. So keto has been a huge factor in helping these headaches. I am kind of nervous that if I go off plan that I am going to end up with a headache, and I just don't want to feel bad. So a lot of it's going to be kind of a in the moment decision, which I don't normally like to do. If I'm going to go off plan, I like it to be a specific planned thing, and it is usually a 1 meal situation. This is going to be a whole weekend. One of the things I don't want to do is snack all weekend. There are going to be a ton of snacks, and I am taking some keto options. I'm taking my buffalo chicken dip, and we are, as a group, collectively doing a charcuterie board, and I'm responsible for the cheese and the olives. So there are going to be some things that I can have there. I don't want to be grazing and snacking all day. So I'm hoping that I can stick to a plan where I eat, and if I am going to have something off plan, or I am going to have a treat or a snack, I can have it with my food. That's my plan. So I'm hoping I can stick to that as close as possible. Guys, this is so good. Mike said, how are you going to drink 2 Keto Chow shakes today? Well, first of all, I could drink 2 Keto Chow shakes, no problem. But I think I'm going to take the original raspberry cheesecake Keto Chow shake, because I've only taken like a sip out of it, and I'm going to throw it in the freezer, and that will become a creamy for another time. I am definitely enjoying this new one. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was KetOH-IO. So KetOH-IO was this past Saturday, and it was wonderful. If you were there, drop a comment down below and say hi and let everyone know what you thought. I thought everything went really well. We were super pleased with everyone that was there. Mike and I we couldn't tell you guys. We said it over and over and over again, and we couldn't tell everyone enough how much it meant to us that you guys were there. We had about 42 people there, and since that meetup, I've gotten emails from 4 new people that want to be added to the list for any future meetups. So if you live in the Ohio area, or you're even willing to make the drive, then send me an email at dawndoesketo@gmail.com, and I'll make sure that you get the information for the next meetup. We actually had somebody there. Her name is Jen Rivas, and she came from Massachusetts. She drove 10 hours to come and spend the afternoon with us. And we were just honored that she would take that time to come and see us. So it was super exciting. We were so happy to have her there. Really quickly, I just want to say thank you. There were a handful of people that really helped me pull this event off. First off, my husband, Mike. I could not do any of this without his support. He is always like, is there anything I can help you with? What do you need? You know, even if it's just helping doing things around the house so that I can work on stuff for the event. Obviously, he drove me down there, and he is just, I mean, you guys all know, he's pretty great. So I want to thank Mike. I also had help from my friend Robin. She booked the venue for me. She contacted vendors for giveaways. Robin was a rock star, and she did a lot. My friend Callie, Cindy DeManch brought some door prize items for the group. Emily from Ready Set Keto brought a couple of our prize baskets. They were Ready Set Keto's favorite things. So she did 2 baskets for me. Leanne was a big help, and so was Pat. They got there early. Maitreya, they all helped me get like the goodie bags together and the welcome bags for the new attendees. So if you've ever put on any kind of event or party, you know how much having people who say, what do you need? How can I help? Those people are invaluable, and they are my dear friends, and I love them so much, and I could not have pulled off this event without them. So I just want to give them another big shout out. Now, we had some vendors that I really want to say thank you to. We had donations from Moo Cheese, a couple donations from Carnivore Snacks. We had donations from Rebel Ice Cream, but the big ones I really want to say thank you to are Keto Chow, Redmond, Element, and Perfect Keto. If you are involved in the keto space at all, you know that these are great products. And not only are the products great, the people that run these companies are great. And they're always willing to lend a hand. They're always willing to help us out when we reach out for events. And this was no exception. They were wonderful. So let me just show you real quickly what every single person who showed up at the event got. First off, everyone got this 2-ounce shaker bottle of Redmond salt, which these are fabulous. Everybody got 1 package of Keto Chow, and everybody got an 8-pack sample of Element electrolytes. And finally, everybody got one of these KetOHIO patches. And let me explain what this is just very quickly. When we did our KetOHIO meetup last year, Sharon Hollaway reached out to me and said, I know you guys have a lot of giveaways and I would love to donate tote bags. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And Sharon, she's the most generous person. She will do just about anything for you. And I am putting her link down below. If you ever need anything done, any embroidery work done, she is the person that you need to reach out to. So Sharon is the one who made these patches. So I'm just going to show you really quickly. This is what the bag looked like from last year. It's a black tote bag and it's embroidered. It says KetOHIO 2022. So now every event that we have going forward, Sharon can do a patch. So she did a patch for this year. And as you can see, ta-da, there's the patch on the bottom for the KetOHIO 2023 meetup. Now, let me just tell you, I don't sew. I can't sew. I'm not a very domestic person. You guys know that I don't cook, so I obviously don't sew. I'm starting to wonder why my husband married me. I asked Sharon if she could sew it on for me. I did sew a button onto one of Mike's coats at one point, and 2 days later it fell off. So I was like, I cannot sew this patch on. So I sent my bag back to Sharon and I asked her to sew the patch on, and she did that willingly and was super sweet about it. But when she gave me my bag back on Saturday, guys, I almost cried. I gotta show you. Look at what she embroidered on the back of my bag. And purple's my favorite color, if you don't know that. And obviously this is my logo, Dawn Does Keto. I literally, Maitreya comes up to me and she's like, did you open your bag? You need to open your bag. Because she knew about it. I didn't know about it. And it came, it was like folded up like this, So I was like, okay, so I opened it up and I saw that on the back and I just about started crying. I'm like, okay, I cannot start crying right here in front of everybody. But Sharon did that as like a special surprise, and guys, she's just amazing. Again, if you need any kind of embroidery work done, you know, any kind of shirts or anything like that, she is the person that you need to get in touch with. Again, her link is down below. All right, so that was everything that everybody got. So we had 42 people there and everybody got one of everything. Now, the other thing we had were 5 giveaway baskets. We had a giveaway basket that was won by Jennifer Lucas, and that was our Keto Chow basket. That had a Keto Chow Essentials kit in it. It had a Keto Chow electrolyte sample kit in it. And it also had a koozie that said KetOHIO 2023 on it. It was red. And it's a koozie that actually goes on your blender bottle. And then it also had a koozie for your creamy. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. The koozie for your blender bottle obviously will help keep your drink colder longer. But the koozie for your creamy will actually keep your hands from getting cold when you're eating your ice cream. Mike and I each have one, and we love them because then, you know, you're not sitting there holding that cold container. So that was the Keto Chow basket, and Jennifer Lucas won that one. Now, Michelle Condon, and I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, Michelle, and I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right. It's Condon. She won the Perfect Keto basket, and that had 3 boxes of Perfect Keto bars inside of it and a large container of Perfect Keto collagen. So congratulations to Michelle for that. Cindy DeManch won one of the Ready Set Keto baskets that Emily did. So it had all of Emily and James's favorite things inside of it. So Cindy DeManch won one and Dennis Prater won the other one, which he gave to his girlfriend Callie. So, you know, technically she won. But you know what? Dennis is dating Callie. So in my opinion, he's the winner. Gary Bulin won the Redmond basket. And the Redmond basket, I mean, Redmond sent us some great things. Not only did they send us all of the salt shakers for the gift bags, they sent us a large Redmond refill bag. They sent a regular salt grinder, a lemon pepper salt grinder, a 3-pack gift set of the Redmond smoked salts, a salt container, a bamboo salt container dispenser. It's like, you guys have probably seen them. They're the oval with the lid that like twists and then you can just like take a pinch of salt out, which was really cool. I was like, man, I'd like to have that. And then also a container of Redmond Relight. So the Redmond basket was a pretty hefty basket. It had a lot of items in it. Oh, and there was also a face mask, a Redmond clay face mask in there. So it was just a very nice a variety of the items and the products that they have. Gary won that. To me, that was like that was an awesome prize. I would have loved to have had all those salt products. So I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the things that we included, and most of all, the best part was just the community, having everyone there and talking to everybody. It was wonderful. It was worth all of the work, getting to see everyone's wonderful faces and getting to spend time with everyone and chatting. Now, I will tell you that there was one negative, if you want to say that. I don't want to put any kind of negative spin on the day itself, but one thing that happened that I wasn't super thrilled with. So one of the things that I had decided to do was to hire a photographer for this event. And the reason being is I love pictures. I'm a picture fanatic, but knowing that I was going to be super busy, I just wanted to have someone there to capture the moments. Columbus is a 2-hour drive for me. I couldn't have someone that I knew locally. I would have to pay them to drive all the way down there and drive all the way back. So I decided I was going to go on to a photography page, a local photography page for Columbus, and find a photographer on there. So I reached out and I had some people contact me back. I picked the photographer and went ahead and went with him. And in the end, it was a very bad decision on my part. He was late to my event. He was supposed to be there at noon. Around 20 after 12, he wasn't there yet. And I said to Mike, I'm like, the photographer's not here yet. And he's like, oh my gosh, I forgot, you know, that you even hired a photographer. Again, all those fun details that you're dealing with. I called him, didn't get an answer. I texted, asked him what his ETA was, and finally, maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, he called me back and he said he was 20 minutes away. So it was probably closer to 1 o'clock when he showed up. So I was already like, okay, well, you know, things happen. I tend to try not to be a negative person or think negatively. So I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But he took the pictures, and it was just odd to me because like when he was taking the photographs, he was only taking one picture of each thing. I've been at photo sessions before, and normally they take 2 or 3 pictures, like especially if you have a group of 3 or 4 people, because what if somebody's eyes are shut, or you know what I mean? There's just like things that happen. So normally when a photographer takes pictures, they do multiple pictures. But I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. So after, you know, he had been there for a couple hours, we were pretty much done wrapping things up, and I said, it's okay, you know, if you want to go ahead and go. And he said, okay, I'll have those to you by the end of the day. He's like, would you like me to edit them? And I'm like, no, don't edit them. You know, I was just going to take the pictures myself, and they would not be edited. So I assume any pictures he could take without editing would be better than anything I could take. We're driving home from the event, and I get a text message from him and said he emailed me the pictures. So I go into my email, and there's only like 16 pictures in there. And I'm like, okay, this isn't right. There's no way. And I'm looking, and it's really just a few pictures of Mike and I standing up in front of the group when we were doing like door prizes and things like that. And I message him back, and I'm like, this can't be all the pictures. There's literally only 16 pictures in here. And he's like, okay, wait a minute, let me look. So he goes, oh, okay, they didn't all upload. Check again. I go back in and check, and there were more pictures in there the second time, but still not all the pictures that he took. I was like, no, I know I specifically took pictures with all of these people, and they're not in there. So where are my pictures? So I message him again. No, this is not all the pictures. Can you please go through them and look? I'm missing a lot of pictures that I took with people. So he said, okay, I'm looking now. You know, he messages me like 10 minutes later. I'm looking now. I get another message, and he's like, okay, you should have them all now. So I go in and look. Guys, I still never got all the pictures. I know for a fact, just as an example, I got a picture taken with Hania and her husband Peter. I don't have that picture. Never got that picture. So I know that there are photographs that he took that are missing. So I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I tried to make sure that there were at least pictures of everybody, but they may not have been like the pictures with us or, you know, whatever. But I did not get all of my pictures. Then I'm going through the pictures, and they're awful. They are terrible. Oh, most of them are blurry. I could have taken better pictures on my iPhone. My iPhone takes way clearer pictures. They're almost all blurry. My daughter, who also does some photography on the side but couldn't come to take the pictures, which is why I had to find another photographer, looked at them, and she's like, he had his shutter speed set too slow, especially like when people are moving and stuff, everything's blurry. But even the still pictures, like you guys are going to see at the end of this video, I'm including the pictures, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart that they are what they are, but I do want to share them with you guys. But even the pictures of people who won baskets where they are just standing there, there's no movement at all, they came out blurry. It's insane. So I was very sad, very disappointed, angry. I mean, I have all kinds of emotions because pictures are very important to me, and the fact that the pictures from this event didn't turn out is just heartbreaking to me. But again, you're gonna see at the end of this video, I did put a little montage of the photos together, so you will see them, and I will be posting them on the keto community Facebook pages so that everyone can see them or save them if they would like. But again, I apologize from the bottom of my heart that the quality is so poor. One other small snafu was that we had a huge windstorm on Saturday, and Columbus was no different. There were power lines down when we left the venue. Several people who left the event who were going 71 South got stuck for hours and hours and hours. Apparently there was a power line down on the expressway, and they were making people turn around, which was not an easy endeavor. And I know there were several people who got stuck going home, and that made me feel really bad that they, you know, drove all that way, took time out of their day, and then ended up not getting home till like 11 o'clock at night because of the traffic, which was ridiculous. So that was something obviously we could never foresee happening, but it did make me feel really bad that happened. I also, not only did I not get the picture of Hania and Peter from the event, but when I got there, it was like a whirlwind. I had people handing me things. We were trying to get the goodie goodie bags done and finish up the gift baskets, all like the last minute things, Hania had come in and she had given me a card and she handed it to me, and I had like 3 boxes full of stuff, and I stuck it down into one of the boxes so that I could like look at it later, and I can't find it. So I can't tell you guys, this just breaks my heart. When someone goes out of their way to do something special or sweet, and to my knowledge, it was a card that Hania made herself. So she went out of her way to do that, and then I misplaced it. I looked in my purse, I looked in the boxes that we brought home. We had a bag full of stuff, and we had like 3 boxes full of stuff that we brought home. I don't know, if you're out there and you found that card in your stuff, if you were somebody there helping and somehow it got stuck in with your things, please let me know. I apologize. I never got to open that and never got to see it, and that makes me sad as well. So, but I do want to thank her for the card. Even though I didn't get to see it, I know it was thoughtful and I know it was beautiful. So thank you very much for that. Robin brought me some sugar-free gherkin pickles, which I'm super excited about because gherkins are my favorite kind of pickles. They're the only ones I would eat pre-keto. Obviously, I like the ones with all the sugar in them. They were nice and sweet. I haven't been able to find them, but she brought some so I can add those and take them with me this weekend and have them with my charcuterie board with the olives and the cheese and the meats. So that will give me another option of something to have. And also Pat brought some of us these little cute, adorable earrings. It's a little fried egg and some bacon. So we got those. So everyone was just super sweet, super generous, and I just appreciate you guys being there. Nobody has to bring me anything, but the thoughtfulness is much appreciated. One more thing I'm going to do is there were a lot of people at the event who have keto channels, and we did have them stand up in front of everyone and announce their channels, but unless you had, some way of writing it down very quickly, they may have been missed. So I am going to link in the description anybody who was at the KetOHIO meetup that has a YouTube channel. I'm going to link their channels down below. So if you're interested, if you're looking for a new keto channel to follow, those will all be listed down in the description box for you as well. Actually, Stacy is the one who suggested that. She was like, I didn't have any way to write those down. Is there any way you can share that information? So it was a great idea. So I'm going to put those down below for anybody who is interested. Now, with all that being said, I am going to go ahead and jump into my struggles and successes for the week. I had a really good week. I stayed on plan all week. I did not snack. We did go out to eat 3 times this week. The first time was on Friday night. We went out to dinner with another couple, friends of ours, and we went to our favorite wing place. We've talked about this place before that we go to for wings. It's actually called On Tap. It's more of a local place, but we wanted wings, all of us, so we went out and I had my 20 wings and a little bit of celery and ranch, and that was it. And we hung out with them for the evening, and it was super fun. We had a blast. Saturday was obviously the meetup. So I ate at Smoky Bones, just like many of you guys did. And I had a double burger patty with mushrooms, bacon, and a fried egg on top. I think that's all that was on it. I didn't have any, oh no, there was pulled pork too. It was kind of on the side, but it said it came on the sandwich, but because I didn't get a bun, it was just kind of on the side. So I had some pulled pork, which was really, really good. It did come with broccoli as well. I did not eat the broccoli. I love broccoli, but it does not always love me. And being in a group situation, I just decided to forego the broccoli for Saturday. And just ate the meat, and I felt great. It was delicious. It was filling. I felt good afterwards that I didn't have any kind of like gas or bloating or anything like that. So that was it for Saturday. Then yesterday we went shopping. Me and my daughter and my daughter's future mother-in-law went shopping to try to find me a dress for my daughter's wedding. She's been on me because she works in a bridal shop. So she's like, you really, really need to go shopping, because if you can't find anything and we end up having to order something, it is going to take a while and we don't want to be waiting till the last minute. So we took a road trip to Pennsylvania and we went to a store there called The Winner. I did end up finding a dress. I like it. I wouldn't say I'm crazy over it, but I'm also not willing to spend $500 on a dress. I am too cheap for that, and honestly guys, nobody is going to care what I'm wearing. They're all going to be looking at my beautiful daughter that day. So I found a dress that I liked. It worked with her color scheme, and it is a winter wedding, so the dress is like a burgundy velvet. So it definitely goes with the theme of the wedding, and it was only $120. And compared to some of the dresses that I saw yesterday, that's a bargain. I'm super happy with the decision that I made, and that is one more thing on my to-do list that I can check off. But that being said, when we took that road trip, when you're at the Winter, there's an old time diner called Donna's Diner. It's right next door to the Winter. It's a super cool little place, and we've been there before. So we went in there and had lunch after we were done dress shopping. We did end up going and doing some more shopping. We went to a shoe store and we went to Ross, and we ended up buying some other things that were not wedding necessities. But we were just having such a good time shopping. But when we went into Donna's, I just basically got another burger. I got a burger and it had mushrooms on it and cheese and another fried egg. And I drank water, and that was what I had for lunch when we stopped in there. So again, ate out 3 times, stayed on plan all week. So super happy with that. And I got up this morning and I got on the scale and I weighed in at 171.8. So I lost 0.8 of a pound this week, which is great. I'm always happy with a loss, and the fact that I'm continuing to go in the right direction. Next week, we may not be so lucky. I am nervous about that weigh-in next Monday, but no matter what the scale says, you guys will hear about it next week. So that's everything for today, guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope the rest of your week is fantastic. Please tune in on Wednesday when Mike and I release our Dinner with Dawn video. We're going to finish up reading chapter 8 in the book The Case Against Sugar by Gary Taubes and discussing that chapter. And then there will not be another video on Thursday, again, because I will be out of town. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already, and hit the bell notification button. That way, when we do upload another video, you'll be alerted to it. You guys have a great week. Hey everyone. Just wanted to give you guys all a quick update.
We're still walking.
Yeah, so Mike and I are...
From Columbus. We're still walking from Columbus from the weekend.
We are finishing up 4 miles, so that's going to put us at 44 miles for the month, which means we need to do 3 miles tomorrow and 3 miles on Wednesday, and we will hit the 50-mile goal.
Yeah.
We haven't had dinner yet. We're starving, and it quit raining, but man, is it cold out here.
It got cold out, yep. Winter has not left us yet.
Yeah. Sorry, this is really shaky, guys. I didn't bring my gimbal, so I'm just like holding it. Something I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about my weight today and what I weighed in at. Today was the last weigh-in for March, which means I did not hit my goal of 169.9 for the month of March. So that's 3 months in a row that I have tried to get into the 160s.
Yeah, but you're so close. You're going to get there. You're going to get there.
It has evaded me. How'd you do today, babe?
Anyway, so we're still walking from Columbus. So yeah, I had my weigh in today also, and I am up another whole pound. I am now at 155.8. I am now 0.8 of a pound above my range that I would.
Yeah, your maximum of where you wanted to be.
Yes, and so I am trending in the wrong direction. With you being gone this weekend, I will probably collapse. And I will be up around 175 when you get back.
Do not say that.
I'm just being honest.
No.
I need your discipline. I need your encouragement. So anyway, but yes, I struggled again and I'm up again.
So we don't really have time to cook, and we have so much still to get done. So the plan tonight is to go to Jimmy John's.
Yep. And
get an unwich when we get back. So, oh my goodness, this is so shaky. Everyone's going to be like vomiting.
That's all right.
All right, we'll let you guys go. Have a great week, guys.
Yep, see you later.